When it comes to Scorched Earth, rat holes are hidden everywhere, so we proudly present top 3 unseen rat holes with full base designs on Scorched Earth. Coming at number 3, this first rat hole can be found at 23.5 latitude and 37.7 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this first rat hole is a pretty decent one. I will admit it's nothing too crazy considering the first rat hole video that we did, but again, this is just the like unseen one, so this is the sequel to the last video that we did on the rat holes. But yeah, so this first one is overall, it's a pretty decent one. I mean, you have a lot of room in here, you have multiple layers that we're going to be working with. Only issue is trying to defend that entrance. It's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm sure we can figure out something for it. But yeah, probably put like all of your main loot probably in this little area. I'm definitely going to be doing multiple layers in here because you're going to need it. But yeah, let's get on to that full base design. Now here is the full base design. So it's really up to you if you really want to put like a turret tower or maybe like a turret wall on the outside. However, since this is a rat hole and it's still decently hidden and a lot of people don't really know about it, I'm just going to go ahead and build inside. So I put a couple heavies on the front entrance along with a good sized turret wall. Again, this is meant for a smaller tribe. So again, you're going to want more turrets. I will just say this now. This is just the baseline of what you're going to need. So you need a turret wall right here, some nice little ground turrets. The only issue is someone can rocket run this. Like, I'm going to be honest, somebody can rocket run this decently easy, so you're going to need to put more turrets on the outside. So I'm just saying that now before you guys be like, oh, this turret wall sucks. This is the main baseline of how you want to have it set up. Anyways, coming through here, this is your nice little airlock that leads into this open area. And over here, you have your vault wall. I decided to put the vault wall on the main wall just to make it a little bit harder to get in. Yes, it has a lot of your main loot, but to be honest, it's really going to help to keep people out. Over here, you have 2 chem benches, some fabricators, along with some indie forgers. You also have some extra room here. Not too sure what to do with it because you can't put anything in there. So you might be able to put some little tiny things like some campfires and stuff. But yeah, anyways, then you have your indie forge over here. You got 2 smithies on that indie forge. This is the only spot where an indie forge does fit, but trust me, it does barely fit in here. Coming up to the second layer, again, we have some more vaults, some refrigerators, a preserving bin over there in the corner. You even have a cooker over here along with a grill. Then up here on the third layer, which I think I'll show that in a second. Over here is your main little logout area. We'll get to that in a second. But upstairs is your main hatchery. So as we come up this ladder, you'll see it's nothing too crazy, but it's honestly a pretty good size for this little tiny rat hole. You have some more refrigerators, a feeding trough, and a good amount of room for hatching some dinos. Again, this is not meant to store a bunch of dinos. It's just meant to hatch dinos and get them all raised up, and then you can take them out and, you know, fight with them, raid with them, do whatever you want. Anyways, coming over here, this is your main logout room. There's a couple more vaults over here, along with some cryo fridges and some more vaults. This is where all of your main loot's going to go, so make sure to store it in here and not on the turret wall. And coming at number 2, this next rat hole can be found at 51.7 latitude and 16.4 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this one can be found in the Wyvern Scar. This rat hole is actually one of the better ones. I'll just say this now. You do not have a lot of room. However, if you're seeing this clip, that means I was able to build a pretty good sized base for it, and I was able to fit an indie forge up here somehow. So we'll figure that out here in a second. But anyways, coming up top, you have a decent amount of room. The only issue that you do have with this rat hole, there's no flat land. So we're going to have to build some kind of overhanging structure. I'm not sure what we're going to do there because there's no cliff platforms. It's going to be a little bit tricky. But yeah, so up here, probably going to put a generator in the back and we'll figure out what to do with all the rest. So yeah, let's get on to the full base design. This video is sponsored by Mitra 9. Mitra 9 is a kava and kratom seltzer company that quite literally makes you feel good. My favorite flavor is tropical. Now, kava and kratom give you a similar effect to alcohol, just without the impairment. It's more similar to a high. Mitra 9 has really helped me get through long, stressful days. Use my code OUTCAST for 20% off at mitra9.com. Must be 18 or 21 in some states. Now here is the full base design. So as you can see, looking up here, there is an absolute insane amount of turrets that are hanging down. Now, before you guys do argue, there is no turret wall, there's no turret towers. It's just straight up spam turrets. It's the only thing that actually truly works in here, and it works pretty well, honestly. I mean, yes, you can argue that you might be able to fly something up in here, but the only way that someone's going to get in here is with a snow owl, so you have a couple maps to go before that's out. But yeah, I mean, trying to get a wyvern in here, it's gonna die instantly. A PT is it's just gonna die instantly. I mean, anything that enters in here is going to instantly get killed. Anyways, coming up here, this is our first layer. It has your Indie Forge and a vault just to store some extra loot from the Indie Forge, or really just to do whatever you want with it. Coming up here is our second layer. Second layer consists of all of your main stuff. You know, you have your cooker, you have your grills, pretty much everything that you need. I did a little bit of a different design here, which I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, you have your fabricators, your refrigerators, indie cookers, smithies. There's some more fabricators over there, along with a chem bench and another hidden smithy. A little bit tricky to build in here. Anyways, I decided to go ahead and put the vaults in the floor. It worked out a little bit better along with the cryo fridge down there. And it's a little bit of a tricky design, but it did work out pretty well. And then over there in that corner, I wasn't able to fit anything, but you guys can do whatever you want with that. And then coming up here, you have some more vaults. And finally, coming at number 1, this last route hole can be found at 52.1 latitude and 28.9 longitude. And then here it is on the map. Now this route hole, I'll just say this now, there are about 10 of these exact route holes all over the map. So if this one is taken, I'm telling you right now, look for these spikes. Almost every single one of them has a route hole in it. Anyways, coming inside, it is a good size route hole. Now this is one of the bigger ones. They all vary in sizes. But there are a couple that I found after this video that I will be doing a couple videos on. They're pretty insane. But yeah, coming in here, you have a good amount of flat land down at the bottom, along with this weird ramp. So it's going to be tricky to build in here. So yeah. Now here is the full base design. So as you can see, I decided to do a different approach with this and go ahead and put a turret tower on the outside of it. Now, you can argue that there are 2 different entrances. However, that other entrance you cannot fit any dinos in. It's very, very tight. And as long as you have turrets in there, I guarantee you that nobody's going to be getting in. So you have your main turret tower right there because this is your big entrance. I mean, you can get a couple dinos through, maybe some turtles, but that's a maybe. Anyways, coming in here, you have a lot of spam turrets in here. Yes, I could have done more. However, you'll see in a second why I did not do any more. So anyways, coming down in here, it's a little bit hard to see, but there is a massive turret wall in here. So this turret wall actually consists of the majority of the turrets. So my 100 turret limit, I wasn't able to put any more. However, I was still able to fit a good amount of turrets in here. I mean, if a dino is going to be dropped out in here, it's going to die instantly. Like, yes, you might be able to get into the base, but it's going to definitely be a struggle. I'll just say that now. But yeah, it's a good size base. Overall, you have a lot of extra room in here, so you can put some bear traps, maybe another turret wall in here. I don't really know. It's really up to you guys. But yeah, coming over here, this is our main entrance. Got a nice little airlock over here with some double doors that leads out into the right. So coming in here, you have your vault storage over here, straight away on the right, along with an indie grinder right there. Then you have your refrigerators over here on the left. There's some smithies, chem benches, fabricators, more vaults, some cryo fridges, and even an indie forge right in the middle. The indie forge can fit in here pretty much anywhere, so I just decided to just go ahead and put it on the wall. But yeah, overall, you do have a lot of open room in here, so if you are a bigger tribe looking to stay a little bit more hidden, this is overall a pretty decent route hole to build in. And actually, I was able to fit 2 indie forges in here. Over here, you have your hatchery, and then upstairs, you just have some more dino storage. So yeah, it's not terrible at all. But yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like if you're new and hit that subscribe button. And anyways, thanks for watching.